What's up, everybody? So, as y'all know, Thanksgiving is pretty much here. So, this for all my people that's responsible for making those turkeys this year. But today, I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna do a wet brine. So, let me show y'all all these ingredients, really, that we got in front of us. So, right here, this good because, you know, this a fresh herb mix. So, you know, even though we got a couple dry herbs too, those fresh herbs, they really gonna make that difference. So, we got those up there. We got some brown sugar back here. We got some celery up there, we got onions, we got oranges, we got lemon, we got some bouillon powder, we got some minced garlic down here, salt, broth, powdered cinnamon back here, we got black pepper, we got some more herbs, some dry basil, and then we got like some dry oregano, and then we got some Creole too. So then, you know, we got our big boy back here. So really what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting everything in a pot, incorporating everything, our spices, our herbs, our vegetables, you know, the fruits too. We're gonna be boiling everything down, and that's gonna be pretty much what we soak our turkey in, but we're gonna get there. Your bird should be unthawed right now, pretty much completely. If you cooking that bird tomorrow on Thanksgiving, your bird should be unthawed by now. If it's not, hurry up and get that joint unthawed, because when we do this wet brine, or brine period, whether it's wet or dry, you do a wet or dry brine, you want to brine for at least 8 to 48 hours. So anywhere from 8 hours to 2 days. We won't go no further past that, but you want to at least do a minimum of 8 hours. But we're going to be doing it about like 24 hours. So from here to the point when we do cook the turkey, we're going to be doing like a 24-hour brine. So we're going to go ahead and just get all this stuff in the pot. We're gonna get everything boiled down, and I'm gonna take y'all step by step of what we're gonna do and take y'all through everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get this turkey brine, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so we got everything right here, our fruits, our vegetables that we need to chop up. But everything we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be working right here. It ain't gonna be too hard or nothing like that. It's gonna be simple. We just incorporating, bringing everything to a boil, letting all those flavors come out. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and get this pot to a boil, because that's one of the first things we want to get that heat going. And I'm gonna just add right now about 6 cups of water, and then I'm gonna add about 1 to 2 cups of chicken broth as well. So we just gonna let that get to a boil. And while this is getting hot, real quick, let me just explain to y'all kind of the importance of a brine. So one of the main things that, you know, people kind of steer away from every single holiday, you know, people don't want no turkey, or, you know, whatever the case, their number one complaint is the turkey gonna be dry. Nobody wants turkey because they always think it's gonna be dry. We ain't dealing with no dry turkey. Now, having your brine is one of the first steps you taking to ensure that you're gonna have a juicy, flavorful turkey. So real quick, I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit of what the wet brine does and all the elements that we're gonna add, you know, into this brine that's gonna help the turkey. So when we brine in a turkey, especially for a certain length of time, which is, like I said, 8 to 48 hours, as the turkey is sitting in this brine, in which, you know, when we get to that point, I'm gonna show y'all, it's drawing that moisture out, and then it's putting the moisture back in. So that's one of the first steps in ensuring that you're gonna have a juicy, flavorful, you know, turkey. Some people, they skip the brine and then they just do injection, you know, they might butter it up and, you know, that stuff. But we're gonna do both. We're gonna brine, we're gonna make sure that we brine, and then we're gonna inject too. We're gonna worry about all that later. Right now, our main focus is worrying about the brine. And once we get everything added in, then we're gonna go ahead and get that turkey in there. So let's go. All right, so our water and our chicken broth is coming up to a boil. So one of the first things that we're gonna do is we're gonna add brown sugar. You're gonna add about a cup of that and let that dissolve. While that's doing this thing, you know, like I said, we wanna let that brown sugar dissolve. We're gonna go ahead and get these fruits and vegetables chopped up and add them in there. We added that brown sugar in there, it pretty much dissolved now. So we're gonna start adding stuff. We chopped our onions up, you know, rough chop, and then we just gonna add those in there. I can really leave the celery this length, but I'm gonna just chop them down in half, add those in there. So now we're gonna come 2 oranges, and then we're gonna come with a lemon. The orange, kind of both the orange and the lemon, more so the orange is gonna add that citrus and sweet flavor. And then, you know, the lemon is just going to enhance that citrusy flavor too. All right, so as y'all can see, we at a boil. We letting that stuff cook down. Now, really all we gonna do is we gonna finish adding the rest of our ingredients. So we gonna add like our spices. So I'm gonna add some minced garlic, about a tablespoon. Throw that in there and let that cook down. Then I'm gonna add bouillon powder. Gonna amp up that flavor. Also gonna add some ground cinnamon in there. Well, a decent amount of salt. We're gonna add some pepper. You could add ground pepper, or you could add the peppercorns. Come in with our dry herbs. Just add some oregano. And then I'm gonna add some basil in there too. And then the last of the seasoning I'm gonna add is that Creole cake. Cause you know the Creole got the paprika in it, got salt, pepper in it. It got that chili powder in it. So yeah, that's gonna give us an extra boost of flavor too and spices. So you're gonna keep letting that cook down. And then the last thing that we're gonna add is our fresh herbs. This is a poultry blend, so we're gonna add in, from this blend, it's gonna be thyme, rosemary, and sage. So we just gonna add all that in there. And that's gonna get it real fragrant. Those fresh ingredients. I'm gonna add some more thyme. We on a medium high right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the heat down, and then we just kind of let it just, you know, finish cooking slowly. All right, so as y'all can see, we got our brine down. We not cooking no more. It ain't on no heat. It still got some steam coming from it because it's still cooling off. Now, if y'all got time for the brine to completely cool off, then, you know, utilize that time that you do have. Me, I'm probably gonna throw a little bit of ice in it just to, you know, expedite the process so that we can get our turkey in there and let it start brining. We don't want to throw hot liquid in there with the turkey because it's just gonna start cooking, and we don't want that. So you want that to completely cool down before you get it in there. Before you get it in there with the turkey. Now, speaking of turkey, you see we got the big boy right here. This one, it didn't. The giblets was already removed, so we didn't have to worry about that. But if your giblets in there, just go ahead, just remove those. Untuck the wings if you want to. If you want to trim it up a little bit, you can, but you don't really have to right now. You could kind of wait to do that, you know, till we get done brining, because all we doing is brining right now. I trimmed it up just a little bit just because I wanted to, but you don't have to do that right now. Let me bring y'all to what we got right here. So y'all see we got this bucket, 5-gallon bucket, and it is BPA free, but we did just clean it up anyway. I got it from the store. But y'all see this plastic right here. It's like a liner, it's a bag though. And that's these right here, these oven bags. Big enough for a turkey. We're gonna throw our turkey in there, and then we're gonna throw the brine in there with it, and it's just gonna sit in here. Now, the good part about this is it's in a bag, so we ain't gotta worry about contaminating the bucket or, you know, really contaminating everything. We're gonna tie the bag up, you know, when we get the turkey and everything in there. And then I'm probably gonna double up the bag because it comes with 2 bags. So I got this one in here right now, so I'm probably gonna double it up before we put the turkey in there. I recommend getting these oven turkey bags. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get this brine cooled down just a little bit. We're gonna throw some ice in there, and then we're gonna 1, 2, 3 get everything in the bucket and get this turkey brining. So that's in there. And then next, we just gonna go ahead and throw our turkey in there. All right, so y'all see, got our bird in there. We threw that ice in there to bring the brine down, and it's pretty much, you know, cool temperature now. So we got the bird in there. So now all we're gonna do is dump our brine in. All right, so everything in the bucket now. Now we good to start brining. So y'all seen the turkey, y'all seen the fluids, y'all seen everything. We want to make sure that that turkey is completely submerged into the water. Now, if you didn't have enough liquid, then just add, you know, a few more cups of water. We want to keep the turkey cool. Like I said, we pretty much done. So turkey submerged. I'm gonna go ahead and you also could have a lid on here too. But I'm gonna tie the bag up. They do come with ties. You know, you can't use a tie too. I'm gonna tie this one up too, just for security. So boom, we good. Now, all we gotta do is just store it. Store it in a cool place. I'm gonna put this in a cool place, the coolest place that I got at the crib. And then, yeah, from this point on, we brine. So, yeah. All right, y'all. So we here. We at the end of this brining process with this turkey. So we got that brine going. I set it in a cool place. And like I said, my brine is gonna be about 24 hours. Yours, like I said, at the minimum, 8 hours. At the max, 48 hours. So anywhere in between that. Just make sure you get that turkey brine. For all my people that's responsible for making that turkey this year, do not forget this step. It's important. It's gonna add a lot of flavor to your turkey. It's gonna add a lot of moisture, a lot of juiciness to your turkey. You gotta make sure that you do this. There's yet another one, Cook with Cartea, Holiday Edition. We're gonna cook that turkey tomorrow, and that's gonna be the finale of the Holiday Edition. So make sure y'all stay tuned for tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate the love. So yeah, y'all be safe, and we're gonna see y'all tomorrow for Thanksgiving while we cooking this turkey.